Alright, so welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing Park Tycoon 2. I'm just going to be building my park. I don't know why, because I need to upgrade it. Alright, so let's see. Okay, see ya. I don't know. So first, this park really is not upgrading a lot. So my park is currently super small. Barely has any rides, and most of the rides are simply gentle rides. So, like a freaking Ferris wheel. And I think this server is about to become a private server. Like a literal public private server. So, I'm gonna see if I can upgrade this park. I'm gonna need to. So first, let's see how we're gonna do this. So I'm mainly gonna put nature around the park so I can do it pretty smoothly. And then trees the back right there. Put trees right here. Because like I just need as much trees as possible so the guests give a higher rating. This is just the first part. I really need the fireball ride. Like quick. Because if I don't get something like a fireball, then I'm cooked. My park is not gonna make any money. And it hasn't even passed 2 stars, which is insane. How is that? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let me check the carousel's price. So I really want the guests to be able to afford the carousel more or afford a lot more rides. So don't complain about them being too expensive. Because the park's entry is straight up like $30 just to enter. So first I'm gonna lower all the rides by at least $5. At least 5. And rides that are not $15, I'll raise to 15. So every ride around the park is just going to be 15. Just so the guests don't complicate things. Because if they start complicating things, this is going to make the park a lot. And I really don't want now yes, the Topple Tower is also going to be going to 15 because it's 25. Now, yes, this is just another efficient way to earn cash because now the guests will not complain about the rides being too expensive since it's 15. So I had lowered all the prices of almost everything to $15 as intended. Now, this thing is going to have to be really big, and getting space is going to be difficult. So, like, getting space for the park. $12,000. So I built kind of indoor cafes, kind of. However, that indoor cafe is not enough. So this is a miniature cafeteria area I made. It's really small. Except the freaking So after doing that, but I could just straight up just walk. I don't even need that. What? Okay, so I guess you guys are going to the Junior Coaster. So making the rides cheaper really stopped the complaining. Like it actually stopped the entire complaint. Like I'm being serious with y'all. This stopped absolutely everyone's complaining. And now that that had happened, now I check the park guest overview. And no one, and I mean by no one, what, what, ain't no way. Extremely cheap. Except for those two guests you just saw right there. Apparently they're complaining about something being expensive. I only made it the jet only $15. Yeah, hello. Okay. Okay. It is, especially because I'm upgrading my park. Wait, I have 14,000. Let me see what I could use it on. Can't use it on anything. There is no such thing as theme park tycoon 1. This is the only type of theme park. I don't. In theme park tycoon, you never have to restart. Yeah, I know. That's a money farm player. Some players basically just build a massive theme park that where the rides are barely built, and it's just straight up a money farm. Mm, okay. Mm. I could make a money farm. Cause what if I upgrade my park early? Hold up, let me leave the game real quick. Let me do something. I'm about to make a new game. You can join my new game if you want. Skip the tutorial. Increase it to turn it up. Just watch this real quick, guys. Just watch. Cause it like Because I think I could literally just remake my mega park, except there's something I could do. Yeah, I just joined a new server. I'm still in the same server. Look, watch this. Watch this real quick. Hello? Because I might actually do a money farm strategy before building my park. So I can get a whole lot more money. Okay. So, after that, boom, into the park we go. And all we need is just a few trash cans. And just benches. Then, this is just like super easy to do with roller coasters. I'm gonna literally just make a money farm. I'm literally just making a money farm right now. Cause like making a money farm is just super easy. Cause then you can just AFK, just go like AFK, watch something. And if you're on console, it's even easier. Instead of just having to leave your thing on, you can just like watch a show or something, and then just let your park do its thing. And you don't want the guests to crash. So to prevent them from just straight up crashing, you could just boom. Well, it's better not to make it like right next. I'm literally like you see this, right? You see this, guys. You see I'm just making a straight up money farm. I'm gonna just make a quick, easy money farm. So I usually build two stations, then go up two times, and then the guests are cramped all in space. And you keep the price so like it's decent. Like you just keep the ride's price as it is. And then they just don't complain about nothing. And then since all your guests are in a cramped up space and get on the rides like their AI is supposed to, you basically just trick the game into forcing all the guests and you just cramp them all in one space. Because then they're just not going to care. So, like, here, I'm going to show you guys how to make a quick money farm coaster. You basically just do this. I recommend you do two stations so you can do the exit and an entrance and kind of do it quite literally the same thing every time. Okay. Because then you do the Q path, and then you do the real path, and then you just make a couple benches. You literally just do that. That's literally all you have to do. And then just look at this. Just look at this money farm. This is just a money farm. And then once the guests start demanding for money, just place every stall here. And the reason why I want you to place every stall here for your money farm is because you want the guests to get the food, and then they just start paying for all of it. And then they don't litter. So look, you have a cramped space where all the guests can just get on the coasters. And since the coasters are paying you like $16 to $20 per ride, the guest is wasting their money just to ride a coaster that's so short. Look at this. It is easy to build a money farm. And money farms can be made early game, so like, because you start off with like 11,000. So you could just easily make a money farm. And boom. Just like do an exit and an entrance every time for the farm. Add seats and trash cans so the guests don't litter and so they have a place to sit down at. You'll always have to add the seats though. And then, because the money farm strategy just hogs your guests' money. Like $25 just to be going on a ride, that's barely gonna pay. That's barely gonna really do nothing. And then you also test. Test to see if the rides are good and safe for your guests. Because then they're all cramped. And this just gets you guests faster and an easier space. Because then you just use the roller coasters, which the roller coasters you have to pay more money for. So, look what. Oh. You could do the same thing with the car. Alright. You could just do the same thing. And then you just make sure that they're safe enough. Now you could just do this for however long you want. So like, I got the ride has no exit. And it's just that easy to do. Because the path is only $15 per piece. So if you just add trash cans, ain't no way I just built a money farm. Because then all the guests have the stands right here. They all go in. And they never fall. They never. Is it 2 ramps? Yep, it's 2 parts. It's 2 parts. And you repeat this. Because the guests all Just sit there. Like I usually, for this money farm, I build two stations instead of one. Cause the reason why, it's still, and it's cheap and easy to make. In general, you just, boom. It's just a money farm that just runs 24/7. And then, if the guests start complaining about another thing, the restroom issue, if they start complaining about that, just start building a whole bunch of restrooms for lining. Because then the guests start earning you money while you build. What do you mean there's something already here? Oh, alright. Now I'm... Then you could just remove the center stall. Add trash cans. And then the money farm's good. Because you got bathrooms, stands, and just basic needs for the guests. And look, I already have 54 guests. And I'm doing no scenery, and I already have 2 stars. And the park only costs 9,000. That's 9,000 just for a park. If you AFK this for long enough, you could just straight up just farm the ride. Now you could do something else. If you're doing if you're doing something like a car ride, like if you're doing something like a car ride, right? All you gotta do boom. There's a there's an entrance and exit. And it's easy. Because the freaking because how money farms work is they make it easy. Then I could just, since I didn't need to remove that restroom, look, boom. Alright, episode's done for today, guys. Peace. I will show you how to do a money farm in the future, though, in Park Tycoon 2. So, bye, guys. Also, like and subscribe.